I brought my affair partner home and told my husband he wants you to share me with him, and you can't refuse. My husband quietly left the room. Then I heard the toilet flush. When he returned, he held something that made my heart pound. What happened next sent chills down my spine and turned my life into a nightmare. I walked through the front door with Jared at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday. My husband Tom was on the couch watching some documentary, still in his work clothes. His face lit up when he saw me come home early, then completely dropped when Jared walked in behind me. "Tom, we need to talk," I said, my voice shaking slightly. He muted the TV and turned to face us. "Who's this?" "This is Jared. We've been seeing each other for 3 months." I took a breath. "He wants us to try something new, a relationship with all 3 of us." The silence in the room was suffocating. Tom's expression didn't change. He just stared at me, then at Jared, then back at me. Jared cleared his throat. "Look, man, Camille and I have something special, but she cares about you too. We figured." Tom held up his hand, cutting Jared off. Without saying a word, he stood up and walked toward the bathroom. I heard the door close, then the toilet flush. Jared shrugged at me like this was all going according to plan somehow. "He's probably just processing," Jared whispered. When Tom came back 2 minutes later, he was holding something small in his hand, a flash drive. My heart started pounding. "What's that?" I asked. Tom's voice was eerily calm. "You know, Camille, you always said I never paid attention to you, that I was always at work, always distracted." He turned on the TV. Turns out I was paying very close attention. He plugged the flash drive into the TV, the screen filled with security camera footage, timestamps in the corner, me and Jared, in our living room, in our kitchen, in our bedroom, multiple dates, multiple times. My legs went weak. "I installed cameras 8 weeks ago," Tom said casually, like he was discussing the weather. "Right after I found the first batch of texts on your phone while you were in the shower." Jared's face had gone completely white. "Dude, this is illegal?" Tom smiled. "Actually, no. Single-party consent state. I can record anything in my own home." He sat down on the couch and opened his laptop. "Want to know what else I've been paying attention to?" He turned the screen toward us. "Email drafts. I've already sent copies to Jared's wife. Lindsay, right? Turns out she's a divorce attorney. A really good one, actually. She thanked me for the evidence." Jared took a step back. "Wait, you said you were divorced." I turned to Jared, panic rising. "I thought you told me." "I also sent copies to both your HR departments," Tom continued, completely ignoring us. "Pacific Tech has that morality clause in your contracts, right, Camille? And Jared, your company handbook specifically mentions workplace relationships need to be disclosed. Funny thing, neither of you disclosed this." My mouth went dry. "My job, my career." Tom closed his laptop and stood up. "Oh, and your mom called me crying about an hour ago, Camille. I sent her a copy too. She wanted me to tell you she's ashamed of you." Tears started streaming down my face. "Tom, please." "I also called your brother Camille. You know, the one who's a lawyer. He's already drawn up divorce papers. No fault state, but with this evidence," he gestured at the TV, "you won't get much." Jared's phone started ringing, then mine, then Jared's again. Tom grabbed his coat from the chair. "By the way, apartment lease is in my name only. Car title is in my name. I'll have the locks changed by tomorrow morning. My lawyer suggested I give you 24 hours to collect your things." He walked to the door and paused. "Oh, and Jared, your wife wanted me to let you know she's taking the kids to her mother's house. You can pick up your stuff from the lawn." Jared looked like he might throw up. Tom opened the door, then turned back one more time. "You wanted to share everything with me, Camille? Well, now you can share an empty apartment with Jared. Have fun figuring out which one of you sleeps on the floor." The door closed behind him with a quiet click. Jared's phone wouldn't stop ringing, mine either. Then the emails started coming through. HR, my boss, my mother again. Jared looked at me with pure hatred in his eyes. "You said you were separated. You said you were divorced." I shot back. We stood there in Tom's living room, in the house I'd just lost, while our phones kept lighting up with messages from everyone whose lives we'd just destroyed, including our own.